Okay, everybody, breaking news, and I'm bringing it in here today with my special guest, Marty Tee, and we're going to take and talk about the breaking news of Colorado State. Coach says safety who did the hit on Travis Hunter. It was a very nasty hit. I'll post it on the screen right now. We don't ever want to see this in football, right? Where somebody is like going to get hit to the point where they could potentially die, right? It's absolutely horrible to see that. But man, this guy, Henry Blackburn, is receiving death threats for the hit that he did on Travis Hunter. Death threats. Man, this is crazy, man. I have a lot to say about this, man. Marty Tee, man, welcome to the show, bro. Man, what are your thoughts on the whole hit on Travis?
At first, I thought, at first glance, like, what is really going on here? The ball hit the ground. When he hit him, it was like, it's after the play, dude. The play's already done. And now we're having extracurricular activities, going on. So my first initial, is this a Damar Hamlin situation? Everyone's around. I thought at first he took his helmet off, started getting a breather and stuff. And I was just like, is he good, man? Like, is he okay? Or like, what's going on? Is he going to cardiac arrest? Can he breathe? Sometimes you get a stinger, sometimes you get the wind knocked out of you. You don't really know what's going on. So, I mean, what did you think when you first seen the hit?
Yeah, man, when I saw it, I was ticked off. I was ticked off, bro. Like I'm a huge Coach Prime fan, man. So like, this is like kind of how people follow LeBron. Look, I'm guilty, man. I'm a bandwagon Colorado fan. But I will take and I'll say, man, even if this was this is someone from Colorado doing it to someone on CSU, man, we don't want to see that in the game, man. I know that the hatred is there, the anger is there, right? This is a whole lot of masculinity, and I love it. You know what I mean? I love when people get in their face. This football. It's a gladiator sport. But what we don't want is to see another. You had cut out in the beginning, but you had said Damar Hamlin. I thought exactly of Damar Hamlin as well too. Because we don't want to see somebody pass away from the game that we all love so much. I don't know if I'd be able to look at it the same. You know what I mean?
The death threats come in, and it's not warranted. Was it kind of expected? It's a rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? It was Colorado and Colorado State. And the thing with me was I was thinking, yes, it's a rivalry when it comes to the schools. But for 70% of the guys that's on Colorado, they came from Jackson State. They don't look at it as a rivalry. They're actually in there because it's emotions involved because of what they said, what the head coach for Colorado State said about Pond. Oh, when I go and I talk to adults, I take my glasses off and I take my hat off. So it's kind of like going against his morals and his upbringing. And so that made things very personal, So when they went out there to play, it was more emotions on the personal level. I don't think it was so much of it being a rivalry as to why that energy was displayed. But I feel like it was more, because of the personal things that were said. And of course, Shador at the post-game interview, he came with his glasses and his hat on because he's like, I'm gonna stand on what my dad does, 10 tones down. I'm gonna let everybody know, like, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna change anything just because someone said something about me. Because look, the glasses on and the hat's on, and we walked out victorious, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's crazy because like, though I'm disgusted with how Blackburn played, I don't wish death on him at all. It almost reminds me of Madison, the running back for the Minnesota Vikings, where people are saying racial slurs. People are calling them all kinds of names and hoping that, hey, if you know how to use a certain weapon to end your life, that type of talk, man. First and foremost, if you have to send death threats to someone over a game, a boys' game that grown men play, you got to reevaluate your priorities in life. You probably don't have a lot going for you. You probably suffer from self-esteem and other anger management problems. That's an issue. Again, I hate the hit. I hope the kid gets suspended, man. I hope this don't happen again. We don't want to see Vontaze Burfict on Antonio Brown. Look how Antonio Brown is. You know what I mean? He can't control himself. He's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
years later, he's talking about his CTE.
Yeah, he really could potentially have it. And I hope he does. I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully, but that's another story for another episode. But again, the Madison situation where he's getting death threats over a fumble. That guy's getting death threats because, well, he's the actual villain. He played like a villain. And hey, he lost like a villain as well, too. Again, I don't wish death on nobody, man. It's real crazy when the rivalry blows off after. I mean, the game has been over since Sunday at 1 a.m. because if you're Central Time, it went past midnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those games. I was like, I was playing PlayStation. I checked the score on my phone. I don't have all the channels. I was like, oh, wait a minute. The game is still going. And then it goes into overtime and went longer, right? So crazy. But
I think this is great, man, for college football. Mm-hmm. It's great. I feel like we haven't had this in a while. You know, it's thought-provoking. It's intriguing. It makes everyone want to watch. You know, like we haven't had this excitement and enthusiasm around college football in a while. I know, like, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I asked my buddies, you know, hey, are you watching the game? Nah, man, not really. I don't really follow college like that anymore. And I'm like, bro, why? And now they're watching the games again. Why? Because Coach Prime. Why? Because everyone wants to see him either do well or fail.
Yeah.
Yes. So now that's what's going on now. And then so people who probably wasn't following Travis Hunter, even now they're following him because they saw him leave from Jackson State and follow Prime in Colorado. And now he has his podcast, which is doing really well, and it just started. No plug-in, but he's doing really well, and everyone's watching it. And even I watched a few minutes of it a while ago, and he said, you know, I wanted to keep playing. He wanted to continue to play. He felt like the pain wasn't enough for him to stop helping his brother win a game. And Shador's emotions behind what happened in the post-game interview was like, hey, man, you took one of my brothers away from me, you know, one of the best players we have on offense and defense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And his reaction was, okay, so now I'm going to give you everything I got. When they came down to it, he said he just turned on Tom Brady mode, man, and went out there and did his thing. And us as Dolphins fans, you know, we can definitely understand Tom Brady mode. He went out there and did what he needed to do and sealed the win, man. And
I feel it, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go down below. Comment your thoughts on this whole fiasco. Man, the death threats, they're totally not warranted, but comment your thoughts on the hit, the death threat. I mean, we just gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna catch y'all in this over in the comment section. Smash that subscribe button as well too. And Marty Tee, my dog, super glad to have you on the show today, man. Thanks for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where I cover all 32 NFL teams plus NFL exclusive interviews. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the alerts, comment below, and we'll catch you next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith.